Morning. I'm back in the office. Today is Friday, and wanted to record the simulation for today, showing the exact conditions in Nigeria, how we've been able to create it, and the solution for it. So I'm going to pause for. Well, actually, I won't pause yet. Um, I will point out some instruments very quickly. Uh, this unit here it's a DC current um, meter. It allows us to capture the maximum. I can't zoom on it because I'm in the lab myself. It allows us to capture the instantaneous maximum and minimum uh, current draw from the battery, from the system as a whole. And so when I shut off the solar and as it pick up the current directly from the battery, it would record the maximum current instantaneously at a particular time when the compressor comes on. So let me stop there for 1 second and show some other instruments that we brought in. All right, so let me point out a couple of things from yesterday. I showed in the previous video that we have connected two packs, two lithium-ion battery packs. Each of them is 4 kilowatts. We have a total of 8 kilowatts. But more important is not about the energy that is there now. What's important in this setup and what we are trying to now do is the current draw instantaneously in order for the compressor. And so the compressor we've brought in, this is a compressor, is actually bigger than the one that is with the unit in Olu, slightly bigger than that, but it simulates the exact design and model for that without the unloader. So this is the maximum condition, a little bit more than that, that we are simulating here now in Jackson, so that we can capture why just one single pack, which has a maximum of 50 amps, was in picking up the compressor in order. Now, this was a blind side for us because prior to now, we've had a different kind of module and we've had a different kind of compressor that we have in all right now, which we are now procuring from South Africa as part of Leap Energy's approach to bring down the export footprint of the various technology that makes up what we deploy throughout Africa. It's part of our business vision, it's part of Leap Energy's business vision to incorporate more of technology from Africa rather than exporting most of the technology into Africa. We want to bring this down as much as possible, probably lower than 50%. So 50% of the footprint is actually in Nigeria or in any part of Africa. We've succeeded in doing this with the cold room insulation itself, which is now being manufactured in Nigeria. And so anyway, so back to the battery pack. So each of this pack has 80 amp hour. So it's really more than the 60 amp, but it's the battery packs, the lithium-ion battery packs, let me pull this back down, are designed to, there's a smart battery, basically. It protects the battery from various things that can happen if it draws too much current. So in this case, the discharge cutoff point for each pack is 60 amps. The recommended maximum draw is 50 amps, but it can go as far as 60 amps and definitely not the 80 amps that each pack has. So with two packs together, we have a maximum of 180 times 2, 160 amps. But the draw from the combined amp maximum will be 120, which is more than the 60 amp or more for each of the pack. And we believe that would now resolve the issue of the compressor shutting off because of that instantaneous draw. This is the same inverter that we have in all, exactly the same thing, this whole pack here. Ultimately, the idea is that this system moving forward, in although we basically have them put together on site, the next generation of the cold storage for the 10 ton, the 22 ton, and 45 ton will come as a system, as a unit such as this, and immediately it gets to site, it drops in, the battery packs are there, the inverter system is there, the switches, the control systems are all into one pack. So it comes as a unit and it basically plug and play. What you can see here is that we have on top of the roof our solar systems installed on top of our roof, and the breakers are in the warehouse behind me here. So let me pause again for 1 minute, and then I'm going to start the test right here. Right now, I'm going to shut off the solar. So the solar system is not shut off, and the only thing that is connected to the inverter right now, the power source for the compressor, it's only the battery. And this ammeter, which allows us to capture the maximum current drawn at that instant, will capture the current instantaneously. So let's begin.